Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're talking about the new changes to Skaven. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Start organizing your Skaven collection with this free points download. Alright, so this weekend we've got the new Skaven coming out, including the brand new Battletome. So there was a brief little minute where the rules were completely free for the Skaven, and now with the new Battletome launching, that is no longer the case. So in order to continue using the Skaven, you're going to need either the Battletome or the code for the digital download. Battletome Skaven is out in 2 days, alongside a writhing mass of devious ratmen, their arsenal of unpredictable warpstone-fueled weapons, and menagerie of mutated beasts. You'll find all sorts of good stuff in there, including the Regiments of Renown, which you may drop into other Chaos armies, but you won't find points. All points are digital this edition and found via a QR code in the back of each Battletome or directly from the downloads page right here on Warhammer Community. It's all contained in a download linked below. So now you know just how many Clanrats and Stormvermin you can fit alongside Vizzik Skour. Here's Jimbo from the Warhammer Design Studio with some context. In previous Battletomes where we included printed points values, those would eventually be superseded as we release battle scrolls to balance the game in an evolving meta. As a result, players could accidentally build their army roster using points values that were no longer correct. It also meant that players who didn't have the Battletome wouldn't know any of the points values of their opponent's units. To mitigate this risk and ensure a fair battleground for all players, from now on, we will be releasing digital points for free on all new Battletomes. These will be available in a variety of languages online at warhammercommunity.com, and each Battletome comes with a handy link to points via a QR code. The digital points for each Battletome will be published for free on Warhammer Community on the day of release. They can be found in the downloadable Battle Profiles and Rules Update document. The Warhammer Age of Sigmar app will be updated with the new points values at the same time. Every Battletome will include a unique code to add to your My Warhammer account. This will unlock all of the Battletome's content on the app, so you will have full access to your faction's rules, war scrolls, and points in one place. So we got a digital points summary, published online and updated in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar app on release day. Available to download for free on warhammercommunity.com. A QR code printed in your Battletome will take you to the digital points. A unique code in your Battletome will unlock faction rules on Warhammer Age of Sigmar app. Battletomes will still contain all the background lore, art, and faction rules. Downloads will be available in a variety of languages. As we release battle scrolls to ensure the game remains as balanced as possible, the battle profiles and rules update document in the app will be updated to include the points changes that we make. This means that whenever you check the points for a unit on Warhammer Age of Sigmar app or on warhammercommunity.com, you can be sure you will be looking at the most up-to-date points values. Battletomes will still contain the background lore, incredible artwork, and all the rules necessary to play the faction in Warhammer Age of Sigmar battles. So don't worry, your Battletome will still be packed with all the essentials you need to fully immerse yourself in that faction. With that information in your furtive little paws, you'll be able to build your very own Skaven horde and take on the mortal realms. The first quarterly update of Warhammer Age of Sigmar is on its way soon. Stay tuned for news on the first balance update for game later this month. And there is a note that the Gamers Edition Battletomes contain the same QR code and unique app unlock code along with everything else. Alright, so here we have a link to the new battle profiles and points values. So here we have the September 2024 updated Skaven points. It is 2 pages in total, and basically it's just going to run down through all of the points. Probably going to see like some minor changes. I haven't went through and seen exactly what changed, but because the initial points were released not that long ago and the Skaven is the first Battletome to come out, I can't imagine there's going to be any like crazy massive changes. Probably the majority of the stuff will stay the same. It is definitely nice that Games Workshop has shifted over to like a completely digital point system, so they're no longer going to be printed in the Battletomes. And then you'll have the QR code that'll take you directly there, or you can just jump over to Warhammer Community and find the link. So you'll always make sure that you have the updated points. It is cool also that your opponent can double check your army, I suppose. Make sure that you didn't accidentally put in too many points or not quite enough. But I have definitely heard a little bit of pushback from people, especially those that have been playing Sigmar for a while now. As previously, the old Age of Sigmar app allowed you to see access to like all of the various armies. You didn't actually have to have the Battletomes to see like the rules for each of the units, the army rules, etc. And now they have shifted over towards what they've been doing in 40k, where in order to access the rules, once the actual Battletome comes out, the index rules will be removed, and then you have to have the digital code or the actual Battletome itself. Now the Battletome includes a digital code, but now you'll no longer be able to preview what your opponent's army looks like, what their various units do on the spot or in advance, unless you too have purchased the Battletome. So definitely a massive change over the previous edition of the app and the previous edition of the game, as essentially the rules are no longer free. Which is interesting because Games Workshop has been leaning in on this like new mantra that all of the rules are free. Because in all actuality, compared to the previous edition, none of the rules are free. Before the actual Battletome comes out, all the rules are definitely free in the indexes, which is a cool way to start and a cool way to launch the edition so everybody gets like updated rules and accurate points right out of the gate. But now as more and more of the Battletomes get unlocked throughout the edition, which is typically around 3 years, unless you're purchasing all of the Battletomes as you go, you're losing access to the rules as the new books come out. Now, obviously, this is going to incentivize people to buy the new rules, get the new updated rules, the Battletomes, the lore, the books, all that cool stuff. And you do get access to the actual app through the code that comes with your Battletome or your Gamers Edition Battletome set. But in all reality, the rules are only initially free, and then after that, they are 100% behind a paywall. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. So in my opinion, not a surprising change, as we've seen them basically take whatever works in Sigmar or whatever works in 40K and then transfer it over to the other game systems. But it's definitely a feel-bad moment for a lot of people that have been playing Sigmar, got used to the old app, and now suddenly are hit with a paywall. So while I personally am not surprised, I think it's important that everyone understand exactly what's going on with this edition, exactly what to expect going forward. And while I don't expect there to be massive changes in this Battletome over the previous one, we're going to see some new rules released for some of the new units that are coming out that were not in the index, the new characters, but you'll still have free access to all of the points, the updated points, Regiments of Renown points as well. And obviously this is a bit of a change for the worse. I think it would be much cooler if Games Workshop did something like offer free access to the app and all of the rules for anybody with a Warhammer Plus subscription, so that way you could basically just pay a monthly fee, get access to Warhammer Plus and all the cool content there, as well as access to all of the rules, including your opponents when you play games. And while typically I think most people are playing Warhammer in good faith, they're not going to intentionally be cheating or anything like that. The ability to mid-game just pull up the app and double check something without having to hound your opponent over seeing their phone or data sheets to make sure that there's no inadvertent mistakes or errors made throughout the game, especially in something so complicated as Warhammer that's very rules intensive. I think that would be a much better way to handle the situation. But obviously Games Workshop has went with the paywall route. There has been a lot of pushback locally. I know a lot of people are upset about this or surprised by this, but this will be the way going forward. And while it is always an option to just keep the old index rules, as each of the Battletomes come out and new units are revealed or changes are made to the rules, the books, the army rules, you're going to at least need to be purchasing the stuff to stay up to date with your own armies, even if you're not going to lean in on all of them so you can double check your opponent. So let me know what you guys think down below. I do like the changes to the digital points and always being available either via the QR code or the link. That way you're never accidentally using an old points list, as those will be always replaced with the new points as they're updated. I also understand them removing the points from the book altogether. That way people don't feel like the book comes out and is immediately invalidated because the points cost are no longer accurate. But let me know what you guys think down below. Always like to hear back from you in the comments. Maybe you have some opinions on these changes, a better way that this could have been handled, or what do you think about them doing a Warhammer Plus subscription where you get access to all of the various rules instead of having to buy all the individual codexes, get the unlock code to be able to see your opponent's digital rules on the spot. As always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.